Jephthah just had his big victory over the Ammonites. And in our Torah reading, we had this conflict with the Moabites, who are descendants of Lot. And the Ammonites are also descendants of Lot. So both of these are land disputes with a foreign group coming into Israel, trying to create a problem in Israel. In the one case, they got Israel to curse themselves with the Moabite women. In the other case, in Judges, they got Israel to curse themselves by sparking a civil war in Israel. They didn't do it on purpose. It was an accident. But it came out the same way regardless. The tribes involved are Ephraim and Manasseh. These are the two tribes involved in the conflict in Judges 12. And these are both the sons of Joseph. They're both the tribe of Joseph, or parts of it. Jephthah is from Gilead. And they're calling it the people of Gilead and the Gileadites. But really, that's just the region on the other side of the Jordan. So that's Manasseh, Gad, and Reuben. But Jephthah is in the city of Gilead, which is in the tribal area of Manasseh. So it's a civil war between the two sons of Joseph, Ephraim and Manasseh. And it's caused when the Ammonites raid Manasseh. And Jephthah sends out a call to the rest of Israel to come help. Well, Ephraim's right across the river, and they're not helping. And so when Jephthah makes his deal with God to defeat the Ammonites, since nobody else has come to help him, he takes his men and he goes and fights the Ammonites, and God gives him victory over the Ammonites. And he comes back with all the spoils of war, and the Ephraimites say, they're all mad, and they say, when you went to war against the Ammonites, why didn't you come and get us to come with you? And they're mad because they didn't get to partake in the spoils of war. So there's a lot of money that they lost out on. But Jephthah says, well, when they were attacking me, I called for your help and you didn't respond. So why would I call for you to go with me when I'm going to get the victory? Why should you benefit when I'm taking all the risks? Is essentially what he's saying. And they accuse him of being refugees of Ephraim, which means they're saying, you Manasseh people over there, you're actually part of our house. You're not supposed to be your own tribe. You're supposed to be under us. And he says, no. No, we're not.
Big no.
And so he goes to war against Ephraim. And there's a bunch of Ephraimites who have already crossed the river into Manasseh's territory. And Jephthah and his men beat them pretty well. And they're trying to escape by going back across the river. And so now he's saying, now you refugees of Ephraim, exactly what they accused him of being. Now they really are. But he sets up a roadblock or a ford block at the Jordan River. And every time they try to cross the river, his men stop them and make them say the word shibboleth. And they can't pronounce it right, so they pronounce it sibboleth, and then they know, oh, you're an Ephraimite, so they kill him. So it's this big civil war, and
sounds like what we experience all the time. How do you pronounce the name?
Yeah, it is exactly what we see in
right.
all of our thousands of Christian denominations.
Yep.
Dividing over the silly, ridiculous things, especially when it comes to pronouncing words. Now, they weren't dividing over that, but it's the way that they were able to tell who's on our side and who's not. Whereas what we're really focusing on most of the time is, do you agree with my little doctrine? Yeah. Do you pronounce the name Yehovah, Yahweh, Yahuwah? And that's how we know who's on our side or not. Silly, ridiculous things.
Yeah. That's how we know we're in agreement with one another. And it's like, God never asked us to be in agreement with one another. He asked us to be in agreement with him.